roll on here in the NBL tournament, but they face one of the strongest Ukiah teams they've seen in recent history. The Wildcats rolling in with consensus Offensive Player of the Year, George Gibbs, who's been all over the NBL Oak pitching this year. It's going to be a great one. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hugo Traverso, joined alongside by Paulo Maravilla, and joining us is Julian Corey. It's going to be a great game today. Cardinals going with their ace in Marquis Douglas. Ukiah themselves going with Bo David. But we'll run through the Ukiah starting lineup here. Devon Dawkins leads off and bats first, playing shortstop. Chase Galletti bats second at third base. George Gibbs starts the power alley in left field. Campbell Coach bats cleanup at first base. Connor Cleary, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Batting sixth is Bo David, the pitcher. And it's 3 runs on 6 hits. So quite the day for him. He's looking to keep it going. What do you think Douglas is going to do today?
Yeah, definitely, Hugo. Douglas, tall, lengthy righty. 2.18 ERA on the season. This is going to be his 12th appearance on the year. 5 wins, 3 losses, and 51 1/3 innings of work. 48 hits, 16 earned runs, 16 walks, and 50 strikeouts. So this young sophomore is looking to start this league playoffs on a hot streak and get these cards.
Sunny here in Santa Rosa. Beautiful sunny here in Santa Rosa. Beautiful day for some ball. And it is going to be Devon Dawkins. So Dawkins, right-handed hitter, stands in against the righty Douglas. Right-handed hitter stands in against the righty Douglas. Sophomore toeing the slab for the Cardinals. Takes a deep breath, kicks, and fires. That one is just outside across the letters. And first pitch is 4 o'clock on the dot. So we're on time. Douglas, black glove to black belt. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown, but it goes in the zone. Low and just a bit outside, but it catches part of the plate for called strike. Number 1. 1-1 now. Douglas, Cardinals wearing their signature home whites with the black hats. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Quickly 1-2 on Dawkins.
Yeah, Douglas, 2 type of fastball type of guy. He's got a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer, nice slider, changeup, and sometimes throws in a sinker. So we'll see what he throws out here in the 1-2 count.
1-2 now for Douglas. Kicks and delivers. Just outside, 2-2. With a slider there that Dawkins laid off of. Gavin Dawkins. The pitch from Douglas on the way. This one swung on and fouled off to the right. And that one's headed for the new discus field here at Cardinal Newman High School. It'll be fully installed by next year. Hopefully you're gonna give birth to some great discus throwers like the old one. 2 reliable and speedy leadoff table setters for the Wildcats. Trying to set it for George Gibbs, who took one deep into left field last time he faced Douglas. 2-2, the pitch. Check swing, doesn't go, but it doesn't matter. Across the chest for called strike 3, and Douglas starts the game strong.
Yeah, Douglas being very efficient, implementing that 4-seamer outside and then coming back looking for a slider strikeout, but that was just a really, really good anticipated pitch at bat to Dockery as Galletti will step up to the plate.
Here's the pitch to Galletti. That one is upstairs, 1-0. Galletti, right-handed hitter. Low squat for his stance. Ukiah wearing their black uniforms with gold trim and white U-town across the chest. The pitch, that one's upstairs. 2-0 now to Galletti.
Galetti's batting .300 on the year. 14 runs, 18 hits, 9 RBIs on the season.
Handed hitter. Likely going to be Offensive Player of the Year here in the NBL Oak. Here's the pitch. This one is a big cut. Fouled off to the right. He just got over the top of that one. Gibbs, a very, very strong right-handed hitter. In that racer number 3 bat. And Douglas checks over to first. Not in time there. Galletti back. About 3:30 down the line here to left field. Gibbs definitely going to be looking for that changeup that Douglas threw him the first time. Got him a home run. Pitch from Douglas. This one is right up the middle and through. So quickly, runners on first and second for the Wildcats here in the first as Campbell coach will come to the plate.
Yeah, Campbell coach, 333 on the season,
number
1 RBI, no home runs, and 2 stolen bases. He's only played in 2 games here, Hugo.
Yeah, his brothers have definitely been quite the role models. Great players at Ukiah. And Kessler. Kessler is unreal, was an unreal baseball player for Ukiah. Again, a very good Ukiah team back in 2024 that faced off with the Cardinals at Oracle Park. First pitch to coach is upstairs, 1-0.
Yeah, Douglas struggling with a bit of command here early. 2 base knocks, and now he's got to regain his command and control to try to come out with the scoreless first.
Runners on first and second as Douglas receives his sign, comes set, checks on the runner at second, kicks and fires. In there for a called strike right down Main Street.
That's that slider, Hugo. Just being able to implement that into the strike zone. It's a good sign.
1-1 now with 1 down. Connor Cleary, the designated hitter, had quite the game against Douglas back at Anton Stadium just a month ago. Checks on the runner at second, the kick, and the firing, and this is fouled straight back. Douglas gets it back. Markey has really risen to the occasion here. Healthy cut, and that one's found straight back and out of play.
And that's 3 straight sliders for Markey Douglas there. Maybe looking to go for maybe an inside fastball, maybe that 2-seamer he has that doesn't really use. Maybe gets a little strikeout to get some momentum.
Let's see, 1-2 now, or excuse me, 2-2 yet again to coach. Here's the pitch. He thought about it, but the slider runs just outside, and coach holds up. So 3-2 now with 1 down. Jaron Ford down the third base line for the Wildcats. Definitely excited about this start for Ukiah. See if they do a little bit of small ball, but a 3-2 count here with 1 down. Here's the pitch. Outside, and coach walks. Bases loaded early on here for the Wildcats. And this mimics the tough start that Markey Douglas had up in Ukiah.
Brings up Wildcats.
Yeah, early trouble for
Connor Cleary.
Markey Douglas as Coach Benedetti will walk to Douglas, maybe giving him some words of commencement.
Yeah, Cleary out there, ready to take his at-bat. Left giving him some time. He'll get some words of encouragement from his catcher, and now Coach Benedetti will retreat back to the dugout. And heading back behind the plate is Wood. Now, Connor Cleary, who was a very solid hitter for Ukiah just 1 month ago when these two teams faced off.
Yeah, Cleary 261 on the season, 11 RBIs, and 4 doubles.
And Cleary actually 0 for 3 in that game. I was thinking of someone else.
He will step off. Douglas needs to find his command here with the bases loaded and only 1 out.
And we'll see if he can. Lefty hitter. Douglas normally pretty solid against lefties. The right-hander delivers. This one is a fly ball into straightaway center field. Back on his Chavez. Chavez is looking and he gets past his glove. 1 run will score for the Wildcats. They'll send around Gibbs. He's sprinting home. The throw in is offline. He is safe. And now a double for Connor Cleary. And the Wildcats have a 2-0 lead.
And the worst possible thing that could have just happened, Hugo, happened. Chavez missing the ball that just kept on carrying in the left center. Got past him and it scored 2. Now Ukiah's up 2, only 1 out, runners on 3rd and 2nd. Marky Douglas, this ace, needs to figure it out quick if the Cardinals want to have a chance before it gets messy here, Hugo.
Yeah, we'll see now Bo David, the pitcher, coming to the plate. He's going to look to help himself here. 1 down. Scoring position is loaded here. Here's the pitch. And he watches a called strike come across the plate. It would be hard. We need the outlet. Pitch in there for a swinging called strike, too.
That's what I do every time.
1-2 with 1 down here to David. 2-0. The Wildcats, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Douglas, and a great way to bounce back.
Yeah, Douglas right across the belt for the strikeout. Just a great piece of work there, and let's see if he can get out of this inning.
And we'll see now as Carippo will come to the plate. Strong right-handed hitter. First delivery on the way is low and outside for a called ball 1. Runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 down here for the Wildcats. Douglas trying to pitch himself out of a jam. This would be a huge, huge game for Ukiah. Got swept in the regular season by the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Outside again, 2-0, and Douglas again struggling with that slider.
Crippo batting .241 on the season, 5 RBIs and 1 double on the season, so see what they can do here against Cardinals.
2-0 now, hitters count to Carippo. Douglas sets himself, kicks in, fires. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Challenge fastball. Carippo singled his first time back a month ago against the Cardinals at Anton. Ukiah scored 2 in the first 2 innings. Newman was able to control that game. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball got him going early. And they scored all three runs in the first 4 innings. Cardinals scored 5 in the first, so they're looking to keep that consistent here and give Douglas a bit of a lead in the bottom of the first. They've got a mountain to climb, though. Carippo waits on the 2-2. The offering from Douglas. Swing, and that one's fouled off. Another breaking ball got him to go a little early, but he's able to get the tip of his bat on the ball and foul it back. Carippo now the 2-2, battling here against Douglas. Does not want to walk with Cameron Giustini on deck. The pitch, right across the knees, got him looking. And so Douglas strikes out the side, but Ukiah is able to do some damage. They tack on 2 runs. And when we'll stay here and get the Cardinal Newman lineup, but when the Cardinals come up to the plate, they've got some work to do. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on for Ukiah. Starting lineup for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals is as follows. Colin Bone leads off. He's playing shortstop. The designated hitter, Miles St. Clair, bats second. Jamie Volzaides bats third. Batting cleanup is Brody Cameron, the left fielder. Caden Owen bats fifth, playing first base.
He's given up 39 hits and 13 earned runs. He has 51 strikeouts on the season with 18 walks. He has a bit of a funky arming.
Colin Bone, and then Miles St. Clair has provided a great bat after coming back from injury. The defense for Ukiah, Bo David is on the mound. His battery mate, Robbie Carippo, behind the plate. Campbell Coach plays first. Ivan Castro at second. Chase Galetti at third. Davin Dawkins at short. Left to right in the outfield goes George Gibbs, the flexman, Ollie Adams, and then Cameron Gusti in right field. So Colin Bone will come to the plate, and we will get set and ready to go. Again, we apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the lack of internet here Here's the first pitch to Bone. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it doesn't matter. Comes across as a called strike. Galletti was quick to sprint. Bone, though, could stay in the wait for Offensive Player of the Year. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. 2-2.
David executed that slider to perfection on the outside end of the strike zone. Bone just missed it a little bit by being a tad bit late, and it was just overall great play by David and Dawkins at shortstop. But now Miles St. Clair will head to the plate. He's batting .294 on the season with 4 RBIs, DHing. So let's see what he can do.
First pitch here to St. Clair is a hard grounder to second. Tough play there. Castro makes the play on to first. And 2 down quickly here in the first for the Cardinals. Looks like it's going to be one of those historic games for Newman where they have to bounce back and recover here. Wildcats, though, are going to be looking to get ahead in this game early on. Now Jamie Vozaides comes to the plate, third baseman. Batting in the 400s, very solid. The guy was batting .500 at one point this season. Here's the pitch with 2 down. That one's a slider that goes away, or called ball 1.
Yeah, Vozaides batting .422 on the season, 16 RBIs and 10 doubles. So real good contact guy as well. These junior infielders really have phenomenal defense and even better offense.
Brody Cameron waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing, and this is a slow ground ball to third. Tough play for Galletti. Throw on to first. On the hop. Gets under the glove of Coach. Now Vozaides digging for second, and he'll be in there safely. They're going to assess the air against Galletti as this throw is a little low to Coach, and Vozaides is able to reach second. So now Brody Cameron will come to the plate.
Yeah, Cameron batting .316 on the season, 9 RBIs, 2 doubles. So really efficient left fielder.
What should be mentioned, though, about Cameron is in league games, he's batting in the 400s. So definitely an early candidate for Offensive Player of the Year and definitely a first-team selection for Brody Cameron. Entering league, he was batting .200, and now he's up to .316. So this is a stellar recovery for Brody Cameron, and the guy you want here against David with a runner on second. 1-0 now. Here we go to Cameron. The pitch in there for a called strike. That's the outside part of the plate. 1-1 now with 2 down.
Yeah, Bo David, he's got those goggles for glasses, so he's analyzing every pitch and making the right decision.
1-1 with 2 down. Runner on second. The pitch inside, and it got Cameron just below the knee. A very nonchalant hit by pitch, just takes his stuff off and heads to first. So now force play at first, second, and third, at outside to the left-handed hitter. David, powerful arm, as you mentioned, Paul, a 3-sport athlete, but his most notable is definitely his ability on the football field as the mobile quarterback for these Ukiah Wildcats. Took him all the way to the NCS championship. Had a tough draw against El Cerrito, though. Time is called, and they're going to call a balk on David. All I was going to say is I was wondering when that was going to happen because he keeps stuttering his foot every time he winds up. So runners now on second and third as the balk. And now the pitching coach for Ukiah going to head out to talk to David.
Yeah, and speaking of Caden Owen, the first baseman, he's batting .318 on the season. 9 RBIs and 4 doubles.
So here we go. Owen will come to the plate. Left-handed hitter. On in the black Adidas cleats with the gold stripes. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Now to Owen. Ukiah fans thought otherwise. Looked a bit upstairs, but yes, tough call there across the letters to Owen. 2-0 with 2 down, runners on second and third. Here's the pitch to Caden. That one is low, 3-0. All I'm going to say, George Gibbs playing about 40 feet right of that left field line, and Owen on Saturday for senior day had a base hit that brought home a run, and he hit it down that left field line, so we'll see. Set standard position here, outfield shaded to the right. Here's the pitch. Owen swings and cuts this one hard down that right field line and out of play. 3-2 with 2 down. Owen will play Leghorns baseball this summer. Be a part of that American Legion team down in Petaluma. Play for Coach Spencer Finkbonner before he heads to play at the Santa Rosa Junior College. 3-2 with 2 down. The payoff pitch. Swing, and he lines this one into shallow center. Strike catches the inside part of the plate. Strike catches the inside part of the plate. David, very, very solid pitcher for Ukiah. Unlikely start for both him and Douglas. Wood waits. The pitch from David. And that's in there for a called strike. So David has gone into a bit of a quicker stride, no longer kind of stuttering with his plant foot. He's going immediately into his stretch instead of going for the leg kick. Cameron, the pitch, and this one gets in the dirt and past the glove of Carippo behind the plate. Owen into second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, Owen, he's got speed too. He's a real all-caliber type of guy. He's really athletic, really good first baseman. Let's see if Wood can knock him in to put the Cardinals up.
1-2 with 2 down. Owen on second. Standard defense here for Ukiah. Owen waits the pitch, and Wood clubs this one into center field. That one's trended towards right field, right center, calling off. Juicy is Ollie Adams, and he'll make the catch, and that'll do it. So after one, 2-2 is your score. Unreal the way that these games go. Douglas back out there as the Cardinals will try and keep it right here. We'll be right back. 2-2. Newman and Ukiah going at it. Welcome back here. 2-2. Marky Douglas' first offering is way upstairs to Juicy. Cameron Juicy, the right fielder for Ukiah. He'll be followed by Ivan Castro, and then the top of the order in Davin Dawkins. The pitch in there for a called strike. 1-1. Got the outside part of the plate there with that fastball.
Yeah, Douglas finding his command again. Let's see what he can do against these Wildcats.
Attendance really filling out here. What do you call this, about 300? Here's the pitch. And reaching out for that one as it dove out of the zone is Juicy. He's able to foul it off to the right and out of play. Paula, what would you say the attendance is here? Like 350, 400?
I'd say around 350 to 360, maybe even 370, you know, around that 360, 370 range.
1-2, the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. 2-2. Funny enough, this is sometimes more attendance than we get at collegiate baseball games. So we'll see. 2-2 now. Nobody out. Pitch now to Juicy. The pitch. He lines this one. A hard line drive that finds the hole, and it trickles into left field for a leadoff base hit. And now Ivan Castro will come to the plate.
For the Wildcats, it's their second baseman, number 3, Ivan Castro.
So Castro, Vozaides in on the grass. The pitch. He shows bunt again and fouls it straight back. 0-2. So Castro in time. Davin Dawkins waits on deck. Struck out looking back in the first. Here's the pitch to Castro coming as Douglas comes set. The offering. Slider again, check swing, but Castro is able to hold back. 2-2. Got the millionth 2-2 count in this game here for Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas getting high in that pitch count.
Both the Redwood and Oak championship at 4:30 and 7:30. Douglas checks first. Comes center. Umpire calls time.
Yeah, it seems like Ukiah has kind of eliminated the change in two-seam and are waiting for that slider sitting on it, see if they can punish it, see what Douglas comes with.
Check again. Closer call, but Juicy is back there nevertheless. Still 2-2 count here. Douglas feeling the ball, trying to have a spiritual connection with it. Checks on the runner. Checks again, kicks and delivers. This one is thrown out there and hit down the right. Head out to the bullpen, emergency starting pitcher for the Cardinals. Great reliever. The pitch to Dawkins, who shows bunt. He lays down a great one down the left field line. Throw to first in time. The Wildcats, his last time up. Corner infielders in. Jace Woolley retreats back to deep second. See what the Cardinals can do. George Gibbs, a very lethal right-handed hitter on deck. One down here. Here's the first pitch to Galletti. He swings and clubs this one in high into left field, down into foul territory, racing over, losing his hat, but unable to chase down the ball is Brody Cameron. 0-1 here. Ukiah's got to be hurting a little bit. Really hot out here, and they've got those black uniforms on, but they're playing great, so doesn't really matter. These jerseys look great. The U-Town jerseys, iconic for the Wildcats. 0-1 with one down. Douglas comes set here to Galletti. The pitch. Outside. Great lead there by Galletti.
Yeah, Douglas really needs to work on getting that slider low and away from the strike zone so hitters can kind of lose the barrel of it, maybe make some soft contact. But see what he goes back to here. Maybe he finds that changeup low and away where he goes to that two-seamer up and in. See what he does.
Here's the pitch. This one is grounded past Vozaides at third. Trickles into left field. One run will score. Cameron fires it in quickly, though.
He's a real big power hitter. You know, see what he can do. He's got a runner in scoring position. Really, all the pressure's on him to get a ball deep enough to score that runner and put the team up by 2.
He might put one into the tennis courts here. First pitch is a slider outside, 1-0. Douglas is definitely going to be a little, he's going to be a little limited here because he is still probably a little afraid of throwing that changeup, given what Gibbs did to it. Went 3 for 3. He's 4 for 4 now against Douglas on the air as the pitch is in the dirt. 2-0. So if you walk him here, you bring up Campbell Conch, he walked his last time up, but Douglas is able to get him to swing and miss on a few stuff. Throwing a double play ball here to Gibbs is not what you want because he could get down and send that one at 2-1 left. Wind blowing out to left field, as you mentioned, Paulo.
Yeah, Douglas really needs to work on this. I wouldn't recommend throwing that slider low and away. You really got to work the fastball and hope he doesn't catch up to it. You got to work with what you got working, and right now there's not much.
Yeah, high inside fastball could be the method here. We'll see what Douglas goes with as he comes set, steps off. I think Ukiah was working a little bit of a chance at a double steal with Castro on third and Galletti on first. We'll see if he runs here. 2-1. Galletti leads away. Here's the pitch. That one is low and outside, so 3-1 buffet count to Gibbs. Powerful right-handed hitter. See what he can do here. Cardinals would love a ground ball in the infield here. Again, speed at first in Galletti and speed at third in Castro. Galletti goes, the pitch. That one is outside. It's not going to matter as it is a walk for Gibbs, and now the bases are loaded with one down for the cleanup hitter in Campbell Coach.
Wildcats first baseman number
Coach
33,
Benedetti
Campbell
looking at
Coach.
Anthony Acevedo and telling him 2 more pitches, and he's got to get back to the dugout. Looks like this might be Douglas's last batter, and Coach Benedetti is walking out onto the mound. I think this is it for Douglas.
Yeah, Markey, it's been the issue. Second time through seeing these guys, and when they see Markey, their teams have been able to get some stuff off of him. We'll see how they win on Saturday with 5 strikeouts. We'll see the length they want him to go. Douglas is done after 1 1/3.
Extremely big amount of potential out of Acevedo. He was supposed to be the starting ace for this
Entering the ball
team,
game for the Cardinals
and injuries
is-
kind
They
of
were able to hit off of David. We'll see if they can do it again, but Campbell Coach is going to have to get ready for a very firm fastball in Anthony Acevedo, and we'll be right back as Acevedo will come in with the bases loaded. Welcome back here. Anthony Acevedo on the mound as Campbell Coach will come to the plate. Right-handed hitter. Bozaides in on the infield grass down at third with juiced bags here to Coach. 1-0 now to Campbell. The pitch. 2-0 now.
Yeah, bases loaded here, Hugo. Really tough situation. So Acevedo inheriting a really tough situation.
Hitters count. Coach at the plate. Right-handed hitter. The pitch. Swing, and he grounds this one up the middle. Woolley makes the play. On to second for one. On to first. In time. Double play. And Anthony Acevedo works out of the jam on 3 pitches. Ukiah, though, is able to get one across, and the Wildcats lead after 1.5. We'll be right back. Welcome back here, bottom of the second inning. Bo David will be the man on the mound, trying to preserve a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Done a good job though, 2 runs on only 1 hit. The book is closed on Marky Douglas, 1 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Now Jace Woolley at the bottom of the order for the Cardinals due up. Here's the first pitch to Woolley, and he watches that one low. Woolley has batted as high as second in this order, and so he is an ideal leadoff man here, batting 7th. Powerful and compact right-handed hitter. The pitch, and Woolley thought about it. That one, though, it cuts across the zone, 1-1.
It feels like this is the first at-bat in forever that Woolley has had where the bases aren't loaded with 2 outs. So see what he can do here to start the inning.
David kicks and fires, and Woolley lines this one into center field. And the Cardinals are off to a great start here on the bottom of the second. Base hit there for Jace Woolley. Kind of got on top of that, though.
Right fielder, number
Definitely,
24,
Hugo, and I think
Julian
it has to be
Servant.
courtesy to those bright, hot pink gloves Woolley has. Definitely got to be that.
He's up the flare, and he's in a little bit, as you mentioned, a less of a pressure situation there, and he delivers.
Yeah.
So that could be a good spot for Woolley as the season continues on. This one's upstairs now to Julian Servant from David, 1-0. Servant, the right-handed hitter, a recent add to the Cardinals lineup over the past couple weeks, and he's been stellar. Cardinals have had a lot of different right fielders. Here's the pitch. That one runs inside, and Servant is going to be given first. So now runners on first and second for the 9-hitter in Devlin Chavez.
Yeah, Servant, that's a liability right
Coming to
there.
the plate,
Servant
Cardinal
is one of
center
the
fielder number
fastest
2,
guys on
Devlin
this Cardinal Newman
Chavez.
team. With Woolley and Servant on the base paths, it could be trouble for Bo David.
Yeah, and Chavez coming up, we were talking about it at lunch there, 260 batting average, and that's up from a 192 batting average the last time he faced these Wildcats. So in just a month, he's been hitting incredible, definitely battling for an all-league spot. Runners on first and second for him, and David will check back at second. No one at the bag, though, as Woolley slides back safely. Servant at second, Servant at first, and David steps off. Bone, the man on deck, and he would be lethal for the Cardinals. Corner infielders playing in on the grass. Coach way deep on this infield grass. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, lays it down right in front of the plate, taken away, and there's going to be no throw. Galletti fielded it, and no one was covering first. Castro was too slow to get over to first, and now the bases are juiced for the Cardinals, and the top of the order in Colin Bone.
And our good friend Julian Corey, who's sitting right beside me, was watching Coach DeBenedetti and told me before that pitch was delivered that there was going to be a second bunt, and it results in the bases are loaded with no outs. That's just pure Cardinal Newman athleticism, understanding what's going on with the powerful 388 leadoff hitter Colin Bone coming up to play.
Bone grounded out to short to start the ball game, and he watches this one outside, 1-0. Does not look like the Wildcats have any action out in the bullpen. 1-0 now. Runners on first, second, and third for the Cardinals. Corner infielders in on the grass. They'd love a double play here. Here's the pitch to Bone, and that one's upstairs. 2-0 here.
Yeah, Bone just looking for something to hit the other way. It's a 2-0 count. Probably looking for a challenge fastball up in the zone, so if he's able to make contact with that, see what happens.
Woolley, the tying run on third, and the go-ahead run in Servant at second. David comes set, kick, and fires. That one is fouled straight back into the netting. It'll kick down to the right and roll towards the Ukiah dugout. Miles St. Clair out to now with the bags juiced. Bone swings and fouls this one off to the right. Battling here, 2-2. The count remains. Worked a full count in the first before grounding out to shortstop. Cardinals would ideally like a ball in the air here and deep at least to bring home the game-tying run. Here's the pitch. Swung on it, belted deep in right field. Coming in on it is Gusti. He will make the catch, throw in as Woolley is held at third by a great throw home by Gusti. And runners now still bases loaded, but one
Brings
out
up
for
Cardinal
Miles St. Clair.
designated hitter number 21, Miles St. Clair.
St. Clair, a guy, he's got great power when he makes contact. Small sample size due to injury, coming back from an ACL tear that happened in early May of last year at Santa Clara Ball Club. See what he can do here against David.
One out here to St. Clair. He watches ball go low and outside at shin level to St. Clair. Back still juiced for the Cardinals with one down, but it seems like a canon event that Newman leaves the bases loaded at least once per game. Here's the pitch. David in there, called strike, fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, talking to St. Clair, he was the one who told me about David's fastball slider rotation as well as his weird arm angle. So let's see what he can do with the bases loaded with one out.
One down, 1-1 with one down. David kicks and fires, and Volzaidi swinging out of his shoes as that one goes into the dirt. Great pitch. Shoes as that one goes into the dirt. Great pitch.
Yeah, Volzaides, he's the guy, great contact. Another one of those juniors, only one out. So hopefully he can try to put the Cardinals up. It is tied 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3 ball game. David shaking off Carippo behind the plate. Here's the pitch, and it goes outside. That runs now to 1-1 to Volzaides. Now we're seeing Luke Munsell and Cade Larson head out to the bullpen in left field just to play some catch. The 1-1 with one down, the base is loaded. Volzaides swings on this one and fouls it way far off to the right and out of play. So count runs to 1-2. Cardinals have tied it, so they have at least gotten one run out of a very, very tough situation, a situation that they find themselves in quite a lot. 1-2. Volzaides checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Paula, what would you say there?
Hugo, I believe Volzaides went, but it was a very close call, very close call.
2-2 with one down. The pitch. Volzaides pops this one up into right field down the foul line. It's going to be in foul territory, but it'll run out of play. And Volzaides lives to see another pitch. 2-2 with one down. Still, serving on third. Man at second is Chavez, and then at first, St. Clair. So the Cardinals looking to bring home the leading run. David looking to pinch out of a jam and hold the tie. The pitch from David. That one's in the dirt, 3-2.
Yeah, David, he's really worked himself into this inning, but he can maybe get a chance to come back, get that fastball working again, and they'll be able to sustain Wildcats' position at tie game.
David kicks and delivers, and Volzaides fouls it off to stay alive. 3-2. Brody Cameron on deck. He was hit by a called strike 2. 0-2 here with two down to Brody Cameron.
See if he can continue that hit streak that he has in league.
Bags juiced. 0-2 on the way for David. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-2.
That one, Cameron did not go. That was
Out as Azevedo and Wood cannot get set on a pitch here. 0-1 with nobody out to the leadoff hitter Cleary. The pitch inside, 1-1.
Students and players for the next level. I mean, that's probably the best thing you can do at the high school level. So if that's a big thing in major leagues, then definitely.
1-2 on the way, and Cleary is able to get around to it and foul it off down the opposite field line. Foul.
Hit on Acevedo and Douglas. It's just been really hard to get strikeouts working. Hit on Acevedo and Douglas. It's just been really hard to get strikeouts working against both teams.
Yeah, Douglas picked up 3, but they were in that first inning in the midst of a very, very tough rally for U-Town. Carippo on deck. David and Carippo, both guys that went down looking. David was frozen by a fastball as he shows bunt, but it's not going to matter as Vito checks back on first. Small ball going to be used here by Coach Ford and the Wildcats.
Definitely trying to advance that runner. No outs.
Nobody out, as you mentioned. Shows bunt again, pulls it back as that one is in the zone for a called strike. Caught the outside part at the knees. David, tall, right-handed hitter. Also the pitcher today. See how long he stays in for the Wildcats. Held the tie in the bottom of the second. Now trying to untie the ball game here in the top of the third. The delivery is fouled off. 0-2 now. A lot of power. Generate a lot of power when he throws on the run. So we'll see if he can do that in his batter's stance here.
You know, Hugo, I got to ask you a question. Should a certain amount of the ball have to be in the strike zone for it to be considered touching with ABS, or do you think it should be all the way in the strike zone for it to be called a strike?
Well, the 0-2 is a big swing, but I don't know. It gets a little controversial around there. 0-1 with 1 down, and it's the same pitch. This one popped up in the infield. It is Vozaides and Bone, but it'll be Jamie who lost the ball, and it goes in and out of his glove. So he dropped it. He tosses it on to second, though, to record the out. And tough play there for Cleary. We'll see. Cardinals will not assess an error there. So Cameron Giusti will come to the plate. And just goes down as a fielder's choice to second. As now Carippo replaces Cleary at first. Now Giusti, who's right fielder, he fouls his first offering towards the Ukiah dugout, and over to make the play and record the inning ending out is Caden Owen, and the side is retired. So the Cardinals are able to issue Ukiah their first scoreless inning, and Bo David now will come out to the mound to try and do the same in the bottom of the third. When we come back, it is 3-3 here at Clyde P. Smith Field.
#22, Caden Owen.
And welcome back now. Caden Owen will lead off. It'll be Owen, then Wood, and Woolley here in the bottom of the third. 3-3 here. Duel between both offenses. David's first offering to Owen is a low fastball that's fouled off down the right field line. 0-1. Owen definitely powered. He had some Simply Vietnam for lunch today, courtesy of his mother, Kristen. 0-1 to Owen. That one's just outside, 1-1.
Yeah, Newman struggling by swinging out a lot of pitches low in the zone. They really need to be on time and find the fastballs that are given to them middle of the zone and get something going to give them the lead.
1-1 now to Owen, the left-handed hitter. And he fouls this one up. A high pump up over on it is Galletti, and he will make the catch, and Owen is retired.
Yeah, just swinging at something low. Not the best at bat, but
Stepping up
that's
to the
going to
plate,
bring
Cardinals
up
catcher
Jacob
number
Wood, a
26,
guy who's
Jacob
kind of been a bit
Wood.
streaky this season. He hasn't had a bunch of moments where he's been super duper efficient like Colin Bone or Jace Woolley, but he's played phenomenal defensive catching and been able to put the ball in play.
Yeah, we'll see. Here's the first pitch from David. Is in there for a called strike. Slider at the belt. I will say, yeah, you're right. Kind of more of a Patrick Bailey type guy. Very clutch hitter. 0-1. That one skips in the dirt. 1-1. Paulo, your thoughts on the Patrick Bailey trade?
You know, Hugo, I think that I forget his name, but Tugboat's going to be a guy for the Giants. You know, when he hits that AAA level in Sacramento, he's going to do a great job.
That first pitch now to Wood as he pops this one up into right field. Over on it is Juicy, and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Yeah, that's going to bring up Jace Woolley, a guy who, like I said before, Hugo, has been in a lot of bases loaded and
Stepping up to the
2-out
plate,
situations
Cardinals
this
second
season.
baseman number
This is going to be the
17,
second
Jace
at-bat
Woolley.
of the day where he's got nobody on with 2 outs. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, no pressure for the junior. A lot of power here. First base. Covered first base on that bunt that really ended up saving a run for the Cardinals. 2 down. Here's the first offering to Woolley, and that one's in there for a called strike. Woolley is 1 for 1 with a single that started the second inning. Now he's trying to get something started with 2 down. Julian Servin on deck. Here's the pitch from David. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball got him to go early. 0-2 now. Woolley swings at it like Bryson DeChambeau swings at a golf ball. Going to try and put a charge into this one. 0-2 with 2 down. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Bo David shuts the door on the Cardinals. 1-2-3 inning, the first of the ball game for either team. And after 3, it is 3-3. Anthony Azevedo heading out. Bit of a pitcher's duel developing now.
He's like, no way, J Corp.
And welcome back now. Ivan Castro leads off, singled back in the second. He'll lead off here in the top of the fourth inning.
Leading off the
3
top of the
to
fourth
3,
for the
Anthony
Wildcats,
Azevedo
it's their second baseman,
into
number
his
3,
third inning
Ivan
of work.
Castro.
So far, an inning and 2/3 in relief of Marky Douglas.
He's done a phenomenal job. Let's see if he can keep this continuing streak going.
Here comes the first offering to Castro. That one is in at the knees. Called strike there.
Yeah, Anthony Acevedo. Great fastball. He's been utilizing it well. No strikeouts, 1 hit. Great job so far on 1 2/3.
0-1 with nobody out. The second pitch is in there for a called strike again. 0-2 here. Anthony Azevedo making quick work of Ivan Castro. Of course, David Dawkins in the top of the order for the Wildcats due up. Castro waits. The 0-2 just outside. Tried to get him to chase. 1-2. Was about across the letters there. Just a bit outside. 1-2 to the leadoff hitter Castro. Azevedo, the offering. Swing, and he lines this one up the middle for a single to start the inning. Ivan Castro with 2 strikes on him. Might be the best hitter in the NBL right now. He has been unreal.
Back to the top of the order.
Looks down and out in these at-bats and then just comes up.
Yeah, these Ukiah Wildcats have been able to just punish these Cardinals fastballs and sliders. They've been sitting, waiting for their pitch in the at-bat, and they've hit 8 singles in this game, Hugo.
And now it is another bunt here from Dawkins, and Wood can't make the play out in front of home plate. So quickly, runners on first and second.
It's gotten messy quick here for Acevedo. He did really well in those first 1 2/3. Let's see if he can clean up the mess
Brings
and
up
get out.
Wildcats third baseman,
Well, this is
number
what
5,
the opposing
Calif.
NBL teams' strategies are against these Cardinals, especially with these recent suspensions on the Rancho Cotati and Windsor side. We'll see probably a lot of small ball if the Cardinals are able to make it. George Gibbs, of course, on deck. Now as Chase Galletti comes up, runners on first and second. Nobody out. The pitch. He shows bunt and pops it into foul territory. They're going to actually assess an error on Devon Dawkinson's bunt single.
Yeah, the Wildcats have found a way to put pressure on the Cardinals in multiple ways throughout the game.
I'm going to check on the Rancho Cotati game.
Big game in the NBL playoffs. See if you can get a score on that, but just a great game.
And Galletti in there as it is 2-1 in the top of the 6th between Rancho and Windsor. AJ currently pitching into another great inning of work. Galletti shows bunt, fouls it again off to the left side.
Well, I don't know if the rules apply for the playoffs, Hugo, but hopefully he doesn't go a full 7 because then that means he can only go 3 on Friday.
Well, I don't think he'll, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think they'll pitch him on Friday just because of pitch count. He's at 94 right now, AJ Rabowski, but he's got a runner on first with 1 out and Porter at the plate, so we'll see what he can do. 0-2, now to Galletti. Azevedo steps off and watches the runners back. Castro at second and Dawkins at first. Tied ball game 3-3, so these two teams definitely battling to claim a spot at Rec Park on Friday. Azevedo checks back on the runner at second, kicks and delivers. That one is upstairs, and it caught the elbow of Galletti, it sounds like, but Galletti is pulled back.
And fans are saying that it hit him, but from my recollection, Hugo, it looked like the ball didn't even scratch him.
Yeah, and also there was a bit of an argument that he leaned into it because as he pulled out, he kept his elbow out there for
The ball that hit it.
Yeah, so that could have been a called strike 3 there. 1-2, the pitch at the knees, but just a bit outside. 2-2 now. Azevedo definitely going to look to pitch out of this jam here. 2-2 with nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Wildcats. Galletti trying to bring home a run, and the pitch and a swing and a miss for Anthony Azevedo. His second strikeout of his appearance.
7, George Gibbs.
Yeah, Acevedo, he's been very efficient today. In the fact that he now has one out, he builds a little confidence. You have Jace Woolley and Colin Bone playing in double play depth. See what happens. But Gibbs is a real big power hitter. So see what Anthony Acevedo's approach is against him.
Yeah, now runners on first and second with one down for George Gibbs. The first pitch is in the dirt. Doesn't want to give Gibbs anything to hit. Knows that power that he has. 1 for 1 today with a walk and a single. Coach on deck, he grounded into a double play his last time up. So maybe they'll pitch around Gibbs, but with one out, they don't really want to load the bases. The delivery here. This one is swung on and fouled. Fastball at the knees. 1-1 with one down. Now the AJ has pitched out of the jam. 6 full innings for him of 2 hit ball, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. And they'll give way now to Aiden O'Sully. Absolute rubber match going on up at Windsor. 5 innings pitched for him. 1 hit ball, 2 runs, none of them earned. As the pitch to Gibbs is across the knees for called strike 2, 1-2.
Yeah, O'Sullivan is a guy that I played with my freshman year, and he was just absolutely electric. He had the best arm on the team and was honestly underutilized. He sought an opportunity to play at Rancho, and he's been their ace ever since. So really proud of him for making that decision to go play.
Yeah, 2 walks and 9 Ks for him today. 1-2 with one down. The pitch in the dirt there. 2-2. Tried to get him to chase. Yeah, Rancho had an error that costed them both of their runs.
Yeah, O'Sullivan has probably the nastiest sinker-sweeper combo I've ever seen in high school, like a high schooler have. So, very impressive.
2-2 with one down now to Gibbs. The righty waits. The pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the second base umpire. Paulo, what do you think about that one?
And Hugo, I know that's a 50-50 call. That's their best hitter on the team. So it's a very close call. Honestly, I wouldn't have called it a strike. I would have let another pitch go. Very, very close call.
Yeah, I didn't think he went, actually. I was making a great catch as Caden Owen and the Card jam, albeit controversially.
Yeah,
and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Caden Owen going out there like Odell Beckham Jr. for that touchdown pass from Eli Manning. Just a great job by Owen.
To Servin. Great play made by Castro. To Servin. Great play made by Castro. And now Devlin Chavez will come to the plate.
Yeah, just to give you a little quick summary of where we're at. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, tied 3-3. Ukiah Wildcats have 8 hits on 3 runs with 1 error, and the Cardinals have 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. So it runs with 1 error, and the Cardinals have 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. So it was an offensive power match, as you said, Hugo. Julian Servin, great piece of hitting as Devlin Chavez comes to the plate.
First pitch to Chavez, the lefty, is in there for a called strike. And the issue. And now 2 down quickly here for Colin Bone. And the top of the order for the Cardinals.
Back to the top of the order, number 7, shortstop Colin Bone.
Yeah, we're still tied, Hugo, so one team needs to get some.
In case I do get a bit of talking to after this game for my opinions on that call. 1-1 with 2 down. And it hard to second, and Bo David, quick work as Castro fires it on to first. Ukiah gets the bats back up, and a short inning there. Bo David downs the Cardinals in order yet again. We'll head to the 5th, 3-3 here at Cardinal Newman High School.
3-3.
Welcome back here. Anthony Azevedo will go into his 4th inning of relief for the Cardinals. So Newman going with an extended relief in Anthony Azevedo. We'll see. I mean, they might use Will Pratt. He's been kind of on a rehab basis, as Connor Cleary will come to hit. Yeah, as you mentioned, Paulo Cooper could definitely provide a very good arm off the bench for the Cardinals. But after that scare against Rancho, he hasn't seen much of the field. First pitch now to Cleary is, again, a fastball across the knees. I think if you're Ukiah, you can kind of time up that fastball across the knees because Azevedo's been throwing it most of his first pitches. 0-1 now. Bo David on deck. Cleary 2 for 2. Pitch to him is a breaking ball that skips in the dirt. 1-1. Controversial call there, and I don't know. I think that came across the knees. That looks like it entered across the knees. The first pitch to Bo David is in the dirt. 1-0 now. David struck out his 2 times at the plate.
Pitcher. So we're going to be looking at Anthony Acevedo versus Bew David. Easy, just as high schoolers.
Yeah, Azevedo I think will likely go into the 6th for the Cardinals, barring some crazy rally here with 2 down for the Wildcats. Only 36 pitches on the day as the first pitch to Crippo is grounded foul down the right field line. So Azevedo's crossed over kind of that. You're listening to Cardinal Newman Baseball on the Hugo Sports 360 Radio Network. First pitch is in there for called strike. David into his Aiden O'Sullivan able to Aiden O'Sullivan able to pitch out of the jam as the pitch is low now and fouled off to the right by Pratt. 0-2 count remains. So Sully pitches out of the jam. 2-1 Windsor heading to the top of the 7th. So we'll see what Rancho looks to do. I think Windsor might bring on Gavin Restad, try and close things out, or they might have AJ go the distance as Pratt calls time here. I mean, I don't know. This situation is definitely going to be tough. O'Sully up to 100 pitches, 10 strikeouts on the day.
Just so efficient out of the guy. He's been underlooked his entire high school career. It's great to see him do that.
0-2 is right down Main Street and catches Pratt looking. So now Volzaides will come to the plate, and
coming up,
a tough at-bat there
number 9, Jamie
for Pratt.
Yeah, if you're Will Pratt, you're probably thinking to yourself, last thing you want to do is watch a pitch down the middle for strike 3. Coach Daddy probably not pleased with that one, as Volzaides trying to start a spark for the Cardinals.
And that one's upstairs. With that, the last 9 batters for the Cardinals have been retired. St. Clair was the last batter on base back in the 2nd. So Bo David having himself quite the game. Here's the pitch. Volzaides grounds this one foul down the left field line. See Legend Haile up in the bullpen, likely just throwing a little bit in lieu of his start on Friday. We'll see if the 2nd. And this one's grounded past the dive of Galletti at 3rd and into left field. And the Cardinals do, in fact, get their first base runner since the 2nd inning. And it's Jamie Volzaides.
Brings up Cardinals left fielder number 15, Brody Cameron.
Now Stro is there to make the catch. And Volzaides. Stro is there to make the catch. And Volzaides retreats back to first.
And here comes Caden Owen, the guy that if the Cardinals want to get something going, it's got to come through him. This is going to be the matchup here, Hugo, in the bottom of the 5th. If Owen gets on base here, the Cardinals unleash this new sense of energy that they could potentially work on.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll check back on first, and Volzaides is safe. 2 down now, runner on first for Owen, the tall left-handed hitter. And they'll check back on Vozaides. He's safe. So still 2 down here. Runner over on first, and Vozaides clutching his ribs. A little bit of a hard slide back in there. 2 down. The pitch. That one is outside. 1-0. So just the first offering to Owen. Owen gets his sign from Coach DeBenedetti. Cardinals trying to start a rally here and bring home a go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th. Check back at first, and Vozaides is back there safely. Again, no pickoff limit in college or high school. So you can just pick off for eternity. And college games are kind of the reason that they installed that pickoff limit. I think they need to install it at the NCAA level because you'll have 7 or 8 pickoffs before the first offering, as this offering from David is fouled off, and it'll find its way onto the top of the dugout for the Cardinals. 1-1 now to Owen. Now Haile pitching the full 60. Gotta wonder if Newman would then go with Pratt to start if they do in fact bring in Haile here. The 1-1 is grounded to third. Routine play here from Galletti on the ground and picked out by Coach, and the side is retired. So the Cardinals do get a runner on. They leave him on the base pass. Still an incredible outing developing here for Bo David, as we are still 3-3 after 5 into the top of the 6th.
Leading off the
And
top
we're
of the
back
6th
here.
For the Wildcats is their right fielder number
3-3.
13, Cameron Juicy.
Cameron Juicy will lead off for the Wildcats. 3-3. Both teams have been held scoreless over the past 3. Anthony Azevedo kicks and fires, and this is a fastball again at the knees. It's fouled off, headed towards the dugout. Caden Owen into a slide, but it'll land in the Ukiah dugout.
Caden Owen flashing moves of Michael Jackson out there towards the first base line. And Anthony Acevedo will request a new ball. See, Anthony Acevedo has been absolutely efficient today. I don't think we've ever seen Acevedo be this efficient in a game, and this just has to show Coach Benedetti that they might have a secondary ace.
Yeah, this would be huge. Azevedo kicks and delivers another fastball across the knees for a called strike 2. 0-2 now to Juicy. It'll be Juicy, Castro, and then Davin Dawkins. Dawkins is 0 for 3, or 0 for 2, excuse me. Sack bump back in the second. 0-2 now. The pitch. Fastball. This one's hit dead center field. In on it is Chavez, and he will make the catch. One down here early on here in the 6th.
Yeah, good piece of hitting, but great job by Chavez being able to make that catch. Saw that inside fastball,
Stepping
pounded
up
it
to the
center
plate,
field,
Wildcats
line
second baseman
drive.
number 3, Ivan Castro.
Now there's going to be an out in the top of the 6th inning.
And well, Rancho's season, their postseason hopes of winning the NBL tournament is officially over. Windsor wins it 2-1, and they will wait to face one of these two teams as Castro takes a low fastball for ball 1-0. So Windsor wins 2-1. They will face off against either the Cardinals or the Wildcats. We'll have that game right here at 7:30 on Friday as that pitch is inside. 2-0 now. Castro 2 for 2, 2 singles, has seen himself into a 2-strike count both times. 2-0 now. Here's the pitch. Right across the knees again. Beautiful pitch there from Azevedo. 2-1. So Anthony still low in his pitch count. The 2-1 with 1 down. The pitch, this one is popped up in the infield. It is going to drop, and fielding it on the hop is Woolley. Throw to first is not in time as Castro beats out the throw, and an infield single on a pop-up. He is now 3 for 3 with Davin Dawkins coming to the plate.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop number 1, Devin Dawkins.
So Davin Dawkins, the top of the order for the Wildcats. He's 0 for 2, trying to deliver here. Here's the pitch, swing, and he pops it into shallow center field. Coming in on it is Chavez. He'll let it drop. Castro moves up to second on the play. And now Ukiah finds themselves with one down. Runners now on first and second.
And here's when you get into a bit of trouble here, Hugo. You get back-to-back singles. The question is, what do you do if you're Coach Benedetti? You know, Legend highlights more. It's a real big decision. You're telling your outfielders what to do. And honestly, the read by Chavez, that was really good. He was able to read that ball, and he threw it on a dot second. So see what systematically the Cardinals decide to do here with 2 runners on.
Yeah, Galletti 2 for 3, struck out his last time up, but he had that single and RBI back in the second. First pitch to him is a swinging foul ball, straight back 0-1. Officially second time through the order here for Azevedo. It's only the 6th inning. He's been working now for a solid 4 1/3. Or excuse me, solid 4 full that Ukiah has had a runner in scoring position. 1-1 with 1 down. Azevedo waits. Cardinals in double play defense. Checks on the runner, kicks and delivers. This one skips in the dirt. Great job by Wood behind the plate to stop it. 2-1.
Yeah, lost that handle on that slider there from Azevedo. 2-1 count. Maybe look back to the fastball, or if you can really get the grip on the slider, try to go low and away. You don't want to get number 7, Gibbs, back up.
And he struck out on a very controversial call last time up. 2-1 with 1 down. Azevedo checks back. Kicks and fires. Inside, and it got him. Ooh. You can hear that. Goes off the elbow protector, and thank goodness it did. So loaded bags now for George Gibbs, and this is not what you want if you're the Cardinals. Runners on all
left fielder number 7,
stations
George Gibbs.
across the diamond. And now pitching coach Mike Flower is going to head out and talk to the right-hander as Cooper McIntosh heads down to the bullpen. No catcher out there with him, but now Isaac will head down there.
Yeah, Anthony has kind of worked himself into a tough situation. It is the top of the 6th, so we're getting into do-or-die baseball, Hugo. This is where legends are made. Anthony has had a really heroic game so far. There's only 1 out. If you're Jason Cohen, you're saying that you got to turn 2 and make sure that that run doesn't count and you get out of the inning. But any other case, your strikeout situation against the best hitter in Ukiah's lineup.
Yeah, arguably the best hitter in the league, too. Gibbs, 3 bombs this year, and he's got a lot of power. He puts one down the line, it could be bases clearing. So now 1 down in the juiced bags.
Gibbs, the batter.
Azevedo now to face Gibbs. Gibbs 1 for 2, single in the first, walk in the second, and probably one of the more controversial calls I've ever seen back in the fourth that gave him a strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt. 1-0 now. Great job by Gibbs to lay off of that one.
That's that slider. Maybe working a fastball. Looks like Gibbs might be waiting for that. So see what Coach Flowers signals to Azevedo.
1-0 now to a lethal man at the plate. Azevedo comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes right back to it, and Gibbs liked it so much he tried to put a ring to it. Couldn't get it going. 1-1 with one down now. Juiced bags for the Wildcats. Straight up defense for Newman with Zaides in on the infield grass. The 1-1 on the way. Inside, 2-1.
Very controversial flaw, probably missed the zone by maybe 2 inches. A really, really good fastball. Just see what happens here, 2-1. It's really highly contested here, Hugo.
Azevedo up to 52 pitches with that one against Gibbs. The 2-1. Swing, and he fouls it straight back. 2-2 now. We'll see. I think Azevedo goes back to that slider in the dirt.
Yeah, slider in the dirt, or you go fastball high and in. But most realistically, probably slider out and away.
Yeah, it's something that's going to fall off the table for Gibbs. This is, as you said, Paul, this is the moment where legends are made, and Gibbs is going to give himself a second to step off. Both teams guaranteed playoffs. Ukiah 12-11 coming in this one. The Cardinals 13-11. 2-2 now with one down. Azevedo gets his sign. The delivery. In the dirt, it gets past Wood. Runner coming home. He is safe, and the Wildcats take the lead.
And that is a devastating pitch. He went to try to go slider low and away, and he lost all control of that, and it slid right under the legs of Jacob Wood. Now you've eliminated that double play decision. You have to get the strikeout here with an open base. Full count, 1 out. You really need that strikeout, Hugo.
Yeah, coach on deck. Grounded into a double play back in the second. A very similar situation if they do load the bases. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss! Blew the fastball right past Gibbs. And it's rare that you see the best offensive player in the NBL go down on strikes and back-to-back at-bats, but he does. Now Campbell Coach will come to the plate, and we'll see who the Wildcats go to. They're going to keep Bo David. Cardinals are kind of known for late-game heroics, and we'll see if they can do it. Cardiac Cards will need to come out here as it is 4-3 Ukiah. Here's the pitch to Coach. First pitch is in there, called strike. Fastball at the numbers.
Below that fastball right by him.
Yeah, Devon Dawkins out on third. Tough guy and a speedy guy, so you don't want to get it past. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside. That one across the knees. And
that was a very close call there, Hugo. He's got lots of velocity on it, so let's see if Azevedo can recover and save these Cardinals.
Campbell Coach at the plate. 0 for 2. See what he can do. Trying to give the Wildcats some cushion. There's a called strike fastball right across the belt of Coach. 2-2. 2-2, 2 down. Deuce is wild. Runners on second and third. Azevedo to pitch out of the jam. Cardinals will need some runs in the bottom of the 6th. Azevedo at the belt. He kicks and fires. Slider. Ooh, almost. He will make the catch. And the Cardinals get out of the jam, but Ukiah And welcome back. Jacob Wood now at the plate. It'll be Wood, Woolley, and Servin. The Cardinals are going to trust here in the experienced ones. The pitch is outside from David, 1-0. Wildcats need to conserve here. Scored 1 in the 6th, and they lead it here. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that one's fouled off. Cardinals are going to send Kenny.
Innings only giving up 3 to the Cardinals, and just outstanding out of the starter.
David kicks and delivers. At the knees, struck him out looking. And yes, Paulo, give him his flowers. 5 1/3, and he has been stellar so far. 4 Ks now for him, and he's only allowed 4 hits. Jace Woolley will look to change that as he comes to the plate. It'll be Woolley followed by Servin. This is kind of the guys you want at the plate. Bottom of the order has been working for the Cardinals. First pitch to Woolley is outside. He struck out on 3 pitches last time, and they were 3 very healthy cuts. David up to 84 pitches, so you wonder how long he'll go, and we'll see actually if he comes in to try and close out for a complete game in the 7th, depending on how this goes. 1 down here to Woolley. The 1-0 is in the dirt, 2-0. And, I mean, Paulo, you look at the scoreboard, 4 hits for the Cardinals. A lot of these have come off of mistakes either on the mound or in the base paths for Ukiah. Some errors, hit by pitches, some walks, just not anything you want to see. Here's the pitch from David. That one's in there for a called strike, high and inside, but it comes across the letters.
All it takes is 1 mistake pitch, Hugo, and Jace Woolley's waiting on it. If he gets that 1 mistake fastball or slider, he's going to get a base hit.
The pitch, and he pops this one up into left field. Over on it is Gibbs, and he will make the catch. 2 down.
Yeah, Jace Woolley just under that pitch, not being able to get on top of it. Now, David has great spots, as a fan just said. He's been able to locate this strike zone and work it efficiently throughout the entire game. He's approaching 6 innings of 3-run ball, and it's been efficient. Only 4 hits given up. He's just really done a job today.
This pitch will be his 90th, his 91st. 2-0 with 2 down. The pitch from David. That one is inside. It gets past the catcher. No hurt, though, for Ukiah. Just a 3-0 count now to Servin. Devlin Chavez on deck. Had a bunt single back in the 2nd and then grounded out to shortstop in the 4th. So Chavez will look to continue the rally if Servin can get on base, and we'll see how the Cardinals use their small ball tactics. David, his pitch is a fastball across the knees in there for a called strike. 3-1 now with 2 down.
Yeah, 4 straight pitches, and Julian Servin hasn't swung, so maybe if he gets that fastball, he can time it up just right.
3-1 on the way, and Ukiah rolling. After 6, they lead at 4-3. And we're back here, top of the 7th inning, so do or die time now as Cooper McIntosh is in the game. Anthony Azevedo goes 4 2/3 innings. A very solid baseball. 5 hits, 1 run. That run is earned. No walks and 5 Ks.
Leading
Only
off the top
1
of the
walk
seventh for the Ukiah
between both the
Wildcats.
Cardinals and
It's their designated
the
hitter, number 8,
Wildcats.
Connor Clarity.
And now Cooper McIntosh will come up to the dish. This is going to be his 7th appearance on the year. He's a 2.71 ERA, 1-1 with 28 innings pitched. 10 1/3 innings pitched, 15 hits given up, and 7 strikeouts on the season.
Yeah, so now the first pitch is a hard grounder over to second. Routine play for Woolley, though, as Cleary is retired on 1 pitch. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Wildcats. The new hitter for the Wildcats is going to be Johnny Van Oy. Johnny Van Oy. Van Oy will lefty as he fouls this one off to the right side.
At the plate for the Wildcats, pinch hitter Johnny Van Noy, number 20.
Van Oy, the pinch hitter. We'll see how well he goes. We'll see if they put Bo David back out there in the 7th. I am not sure. Pitch as that one skips in the dirt. 1-1. Umpire went to call time for a hit batter there, but in fact doesn't hit Van Oy. It skips over his foot.
226 batter on the season, 5 RBIs, 1 double.
1-1 with 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball, 2-1. Cardinals have Cade Larson up in the pen as well as Kenny Week. So Newman definitely going to need to come up here in the 7th. Ukiah dugout is loud. They are feeling the momentum. 2-1 with 1 down. The pitch from McIntosh at the knees, called strike. 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 count. McIntosh has been efficient all season. His ERA shows it. Young sophomore, just like Marky Douglas. See if he can be efficient and get it out, and see if the Cardiac Cards can make a comeback.
2-2 with 1 down. Carippo waits on deck. The pitch, swing and a miss. McIntosh, the righty, delivers the boom there.
Yeah, that was a very fast fastball.
Wildcats catcher, number 25,
And now Robbie Carippo. This is a bit of a pick-me-up for McIntosh. As his last time on, he came in again in the 7th and was disaster for the Cardinals against Rancho Cotati. So kind of flipping the script here, as you mentioned, Paulo, and we'll see. Carippo 0 for 3 heading to this one. The first pitch to him is a breaking ball outside. 1-0. 1-0 now to Carippo. The pitch, in at the knees, called strike. 1-1.
Yeah, McIntosh, that fastball's working for him right now, and he's been efficient. See if he can get this final out, and it's really going to put the pressure on these Cardinal Newman batters.
1-1 with 2 down here. The pitch, that one's low. Great lead there by Carippo.
Very close call there. Fastball definitely might have touched his own, but very close.
2-1. Now the count to Carippo. The sophomore collects himself. Glove to chest, the pitch, and this one is out in front and fouled down the left field line. So 2-2 with 2 down. If the score stays true, Anthony Azevedo is in line for the loss, and the win will go to Bo David after a very solid 6 innings. So we'll see if they let him go, try to go to the distance after 90-plus pitches now. 2-2, Carippo. The pitch, right down the middle, caught him looking, and Cooper McIntosh roaring into this ball game. 2 strikeout inning, and the Cardinals now with the NBL Oak title on the line will look to face off against Josh Mulleris and bring it home for Newman. Welcome back here, and a new man on the mound here to start the bottom of the 7th in Jackson Mellis, the right-handed pitcher. Faced the Cardinals back about a month ago on April 13th at Anton Stadium. He got the start in that one, and well, it wasn't a solid start. He gave up 5 runs in the first inning of work, so he'll look to kind of change things around here and bring it home and get the save for the Wildcats. So Bo David goes 6 innings, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs, which
maybe a sidearm
Leading off the
action.
bottom of the
So
seventh for
see
your
if Devlin
Cardinals, this is center
Chavez
fielder
and the
number
Cardiac
2,
Cardinals
Devlin
can make a
Chavez.
comeback to continue their hopes to pursue NBL Oak title.
well, I will say he's come out of here. His 1 loss is against Newman, and he's come in with a totally different approach. That sidearm was not seen a month ago. First pitch to Chavez is right there at thigh level for a called strike 1. 0-1 now to Devlin Chavez. Do or die time for the Cardinals. Chavez, the left-handed batter, against the right-handed pitcher. Watches that one go inside as he turns away for a 1-1. Newman, all they need is really 1 hit to gain some momentum here, and in the shadow of the cross, they're looking for a prayer. Here's the pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2.
Yeah, quick 1-2 count to Chavez to see if he can battle.
The 1-2, in there, no, they called a ball. It looked like it ran in there for called strike 3, but it was just inside, and by the skin of his teeth, Chavez stays alive. Top of the order due up for the Cardinals. Colin Boney's 0 for 3. He'll look to right his night today. 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2 now to Chavez.
Yeah, full count. This is a great job by Chavez. Let's see if they can get something going.
Full count on the way here from Mellis. The pitch, swing, and this one's a shallow blooper out into shallow left field, and over making the catch is Davin Dawkins. So now Colin Bone in the top of the order will come to the plate. 1 down for the Cardinals.
Back to the
Yeah,
top
that
of
was
the
a
order
great
for the
at-bat from
Cardinals.
Chavez.
Their
Not much
shortstop,
you can
number
ask
7,
more out of
Colin
him.
Bone.
He really saw that pitch out. There was a pitch that was almost a strike. He really just did a great job. Tried to hit it outside fastball the other way, just not enough on it. As Colin Bone, star shortstop, 1-hitter, comes up to the plate.
The pitch now from Mellis is across the letters for a called strike. This sidearm action allowing him to deliver the ball a lot better than what he did against Newman just a month ago. Here's the pitch, and Bone grounds this one to short. It's going to be a tough play. Made on the hop by Dawkins. Throw to first. Not in time. Squirts away from Coach, and the Cardinals, they're going to assess an error there on, who would you assess? Nope, they're going to assess it on Dawkins, who made the play. So now a runner on first as Bone came sliding in, and now Will Pratt will come to the plate.
Yeah, Will Pratt, lots of potential here. He's going to be the starting first baseman next year when Kane Newman leaves. But he really had a good foul ball that almost went fair. If he can hit a ball opposite field, he will do a really great job.
We'll see if the Cardinals opt for some small ball here as Bone leads away at first. Mellis checks on him. Now he'll check back. Delivery was low and a great pickoff move, but Bone just back in safely.
Yeah, it seemed like Bone's jersey kind of unbuttoned there, so he's rebuttoning it as he comes up.
0-1 with 1 down. Mellis, quick pitch here, and Pratt lines this one into right field. It gets down, and they're going to hold Bone at second. It gets away from the right fielder. Bone digging for third. The throw in is not in time. Colin Bone in there. Runners on the corners with 1 down. The Cardinals are still alive.
Cardinals are very much still alive. A great piece of hitting from Will Pratt. I haven't seen that from him all season. He saw that fastball low and away, and he absolutely pulled it into that right center gap. Right fielder botched it, and then Bone read it, pushed it to third. Now you got runners on third and first, and it looks like the pitching coach might come out to talk to number 15.
Yeah.
Jack Wedge will be coming in to pitch run for Will Pratt.
Yeah, that's a good pinch run movement there for Jack Wedge. Wedge is, and we're going to maybe see Vozaides try and end this game on 1 swing. So Mellis, again, in a situation that he was once before with these Cardinals, albeit he looks a lot better now.
Jack Wedge into pinch run for Will Pratt.
So Jack Wedge will head to first. And now it's going to be Jamie Voltaides up to the plate. Runners Runner just 90 feet away. We'll see if Wedge is in motion. Do they throw down to second, and do the Cardinals send Bone home? Volzaides stands in here.
Definitely looking to steal a few jackets.
Lock in potentially
Cardinals left fielder
a first-team All-League selection. A left fielder that was called into question earlier this year. He has hit .450 in league and now stands in as a chance to bring home the game-winning run and walk it off here for the Cardinals. Mellis checks down on Wedge. We'll see if he goes at second. Quick runner. Mellis comes set. Black glove across the shoulders. The pitch. Swing, and a big cut is fouled off. This separates the first team All-Leagues from the offensive players of the year.
Hugo, this would be a absolutely legendary play by Cameron if he's able to do this. Young junior, underdetermined. See what he can do.
0-1 with 2 down now. Wedge leads away at second. They will not attempt the pickoff move. Mellis, the pitch. This one's fouled off to the right. 0-2. Cameron thought he had that one, and now Coach Benedetti telling him to expand his zone and get ready. Even if he's able to watch some pitches here, Caden Owen coming up, and he's been clutch against the Wildcats. Looks like, yeah, we will have Jacob Wood. I saw Cade Larson come out, or excuse me, Aiden Thistle come out with a batter's helmet. Here's the pitch, and Cameron pops this up into foul territory. Over on it is Koch, and he will make the catch. And we are headed to extra innings, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4. The Cardinals will not go away.
All tied at 4.
They are. No, like, it's in the baseball dugout. The team is. Yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Extra innings time here in the shadow of the cross in North Santa Rosa. And we're going to see Cameron Giusti come up, try to get something going for the Wildcats, who flew out to center to lead off the sixth.
To right fielder number 13.
And Cooper McIntosh back out there. Extra innings, do or die time here for the Cardinals. Newman, will luck be in their favor? It is Giusti and then Ivan Castro, who's 3 for 3 on the game. Giusti, the leadoff hitter against the sophomore in McIntosh. Big swing and a miss. He was way out front of the first offering from McIntosh, which was a hanging slider, and the bat just came out of his hands.
Yeah, McIntosh just being absolutely efficient, and this is where legends are made, Hugo. This is just for a chance to go to the finals in the NBL playoffs.
0-1, check swing. They said he hit him, but they're going to keep him here.
Touched the bat, Hugo. I believe it touched the bat.
Yeah, they're going to say it touched the bat. I think regardless, it might have been a swing, but we'll see. 0-2. So you got to imagine second time through the order, Ukai's going to be waiting on that breaking ball from McIntosh.
Yeah, we got to see what happens. McIntosh has been so efficient with his strikeout stuff. Let's see what he can do in 0-2 count.
0-2 here with McIntosh. The pitch, fastball just off the outside part of the plate. It was at knee level.
Hugo, that looked about right down the middle of me, but looked a little bit outside, therefore a very controversial call.
Juicy doing a great job at battling here. The 1-2 in the dirt, skips right in front of the plate. 2-2 now with one down. McIntosh, the sophomore, has a bright future here. He's been pitching, kind of splitting reps between JV and varsity, and he's been solid. The 2-2 on the way. Right, nope. No, they're going to leave it. That is outside.
And that is the second gift in this at-bat. That would have been strike 3, but maybe something might be happening. We got a full count now, Hugo.
Yeah, Juicy was stepped out and acted like he was heading back to the dugout, but 3-2 now and a full count. The payoff on the way. Swing, and this one's popped up into foul territory. McIntosh giving chase. He lays out, and it lands just shy of his glove. So count remains 3-2.
Yeah, Cooper McIntosh getting some wise words from Caden Owen. Telling him good job on laying out like Superman. Very good play. See what happens.
So full count now to the leadoff man, Juicy, trying to get on deck, or get on base, excuse me, and give the Wildcats a base runner. He cuts it this one on the fastball. It is hit in the air. Jace Woolley in on it, and he will make the catch. One down now for Ivan Castro. And the last time he came up with one out, he was able to single and then came around to score the go-ahead run.
Yeah, Hugo, this is going to be very tough for the Cardinals, but if they're able to do this, it's going to be impressive.
And McIntosh, we'll see how long they go with him. He went deep into extras against Rancho Cotati. A 10-inning game as the first pitch to Castro is a breaking ball that's fouled off to the right and out of play.
Yeah, if McIntosh can get through this, Hugo, he might be one of the calibers for player of the game. But honestly, Anthony Acevedo was absolutely legendary today, regardless of the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he moves himself out of the loss category as that fastball is outside. 1-1. Mellis does, of course, get a blown save. So he blows the save there for Bo David. I think some Wildcats fans hoping they had left the quarterback turned pitcher out there. Here's the pitch. That one's just low. 2-1 now. Great eye by the umpires. Wood framed that up pretty well. Sun beginning to dip down here, and I think the least of these Wildcats wants is to have to drive all the way back down here tomorrow if this game does go long enough. The pitch, that one's inside. 3-1 now to Castro. I think this game at least has an extra, another hour, maybe 2. I think 2 is a bit of pushing it, but an hour and 10 minutes, I think they'd call this around 7:30.
Definitely.
3-1 with one down. The pitch from McIntosh is swung on and hit foul. That's headed right towards the broadcaster's booth, and it just falls right behind us.
Yeah, it almost got us, Hugo. Almost got us.
3-2. Ready to make a play on that, tracking it. A little scary.
I was prepared to go back to my freshman days, tracking fly balls at third base. Probably the worst thing I was good at doing, but it was fun back in the day. So back in the day.
Here's the pitch. 3-2 is inside, and Castro walks.
McIntosh lost a little command there, but hopefully he can come back when he faces Dawkins.
Back to the top of the order. Shortstop number 1, Devin Dawkins.
So Davin Dawkins stands in. 1 for 3. Sack bump back in the second. Struck out in the first. Single in the 6th. Dawkins, shorter right-handed hitter as McIntosh steps off. McIntosh wearing the New Balance cleats. The pitch. Bunt shown. It's a breaking ball that is low for called ball 1 as Dawkins pulls back that bunt. That error back in the 4th allowed him to reach base. McIntosh here, 1-0. The pitch from Cooper. Swung on and hit foul. Off to the right and out of play. 1-1 now to Dawkins here in the 8th inning. Update from the NBL Redwood tournament. Annalee moves on to the championship. They down Healdsburg, and it's 2-0 shutout. 1-1. Dawkins shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to be a play for Wood, and he will gather, throw to first. Not in time. Dawkins is in safely. Another bunt single for him.
And all of a sudden, there's a bit of a mess that needs to be cleaned up, Hugo.
Yeah, now it's Chase Galletti coming to the plate. George Gibbs will have another opportunity, barring a double play here. I wonder if we'll see a double steal, as Galletti is the right-handed hitter.
Chase Galletti.
I would bet money there might be a double steal or the option of the late great small ball, Hugo, something that the NBL Oak is fond of a lot.
So 4-4 here. Runners on first and second in the 8th. Galletti calls time. He's looking to bring home the game-leading run for the Wildcats. I'm assuming they'll go with Mellis, as the first pitch is inside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 on the way from McIntosh as he comes set. Glove at his chest, he kicks and fires. This one is swung on and hit foul, straight back into the netting. Count moves to 1-1.
Yeah, Cooper McIntosh, he's done a great job so far. See what he can do. Hugo, we're approaching, what, 2 hours and 24 minutes on this game, so definitely being exceeded.
And now 1-1 with one down, runners on first and second for the Wildcats. The pitch, breaking ball swung on and hit foul, straight back. So 1-2 now with one down. Yeah, so the NBL Redwood Championship, which will be right here at 4:30 on Friday, as we'll have you live coverage from Healdsburg. Montgomery will face Annalee to see who is the outright NBL Redwood tournament champion. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Swung on and hit into shallow right field. Over on it is Woolley. He makes the catch. And 2 are now down for the Wildcats as George Gibbs will come to the plate. And a lethal man to bring up.
Yeah, this is looking for redemption, Hugo. This is a scary at-bat. Cooper McIntosh really has to regroup himself and know that he has to give his best stuff against the best player probably in the NBL Oak this year. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Make that 14 RBIs. He had 2 today. So see what he can do.
And Gibbs waits. 1 for 3. Walked in the second, struck out the last 2 times. He'll definitely be waiting on that slider from McIntosh as McIntosh steps off. I think Cardinals are seeing what they could do. Open base on the base pass. They don't want to load them up just in case they have a disaster of what they had last time. But you could walk him intentionally and then bring up Campbell Coach. Pitch is inside, 1-0. Maybe trying to pitch around him here, see if he'll offer at anything. Campbell Coach on deck. He is 0 for 3 in this one. And time is going to be called by Wood. And they're going to pinch, they're going to intentionally walk Gibbs. So bases loaded now for Campbell Coach and a chance to prove Coach DeBenedetti and Coach Flowers
After
wrong
the
here.
intentional walk, batting will be number 33, first baseman Campbell Coach.
There's juiced bags now. Gibbs on first, Dawkins on second, and Castro on third. 2 down. The pitch to Coach. Inside, almost got him. 1-0. So putting the sophomore in a tough position here. 1-0 now. Trying to see if he'll offer, just nibbling here. The pitch on the way. Inside, almost got him again, 2-0. And they're just going to call time and head out and talk with McIntosh here. In this situation, kind of got to bring out one of your seniors, one of your guys who's led in this He's been in this role before.
I think that Coach DeBenedetti is just double clarifying how many mound visits he has, as it looks like he might pull McIntosh here. Legend highlight, maybe. That's going to be my guess. Could be Will Pratt. Could be Kelly Weeks. Never mind. He's just going to chat it up with his sophomore, Cooper McIntosh.
And we'll take a break as they have this mound visit.
Superstition.
Cooper McIntosh now steps back up post mound visit. Ukiah dugout going crazy here. 2-0 count. The pitch from McIntosh is upstairs there to Coach, and the count moves 3-0. So Coach, one ball away. He'll likely be taken all the way. One ball away from bringing home the go-ahead run for the Wildcats. The 1-0 now. The pitch in there for a called strike across the belt. I think this is what McIntosh has to do. He's got to get a ball, give Coach a ball to put in play, and hope that he flies out somewhere.
Yeah, you got to give him your best stuff, and if your best stuff's fastball down the middle, that's your best stuff.
3-1 now to Coach. McIntosh, the pitch, low, and that is ball 4. The Wildcats take the lead. So the intentional walk does not help the Cardinals out. And a tough one there, as now Newman will have to.
Hitter number 8, Connor Cleary.
Newman will now have to rally in the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th, as they'll have Caden Owen, Jacob Wood, and Jace Woolley due up. Connor Cleary now at the plate. 2 down, bases loaded for Connor Cleary. The pitch, swing, and he grounds this one. Foul ball down the left field line.
Hey, do it again. Let's go.
Yeah, crossed. We have a great view.
I know.
Great view over the plate, or great view of third base, and that one crossed over the foul line just shy of third base. So 0-1 now with 2 down to Cleary. Cleary's seen it, the left-handed hitter. He faced McIntosh earlier today. The pitch, breaking ball, the 4-1 deficit, and then win it in extra innings just a few innings later against McIntosh. So Cardinals are going to have to battle. 2-1 now on the way to Cleary. You do not want to give up another run here to the Wildcats. McIntosh kicks and fires. In there, called strike.
And that covered a lot of the play. I'm surprised why fans thought that wasn't a strike.
2-2 now with 2 strikes, or 2 outs, excuse me. McIntosh gets his sign, comes set. The pitch. Swing, this one's lined down the right field line. It is a fair ball. 1 run will score. Coming around the bend is Gibbs. He will score into third on the double. It's going to be Campbell, Coach, and the Wildcats have a 3-run lead.
And that is probably the hit they look back on when we revisit this game. Acevedo threw his heart out. Marky Douglas had trouble early. Cooper McIntosh was efficient, but when you put him in a very high situation count, young sophomore, it looks like Coach Derek DeBenedetti will probably go to a guy with more experience. Maybe he'll.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Kenny Week. No, it's going to be Cade Larson.
It's going to be Cade Larson.
So Larson will come in.
We'll check his stats over here, Hugo, but a guy hasn't really seen a lot of time in the field or on the mound.
So McIntosh pitched his heart out, but unfortunately,
Won't be enough.
yeah, that intentional walk coming back to
And
harm the Cardinals. It's going to be Larson to pitch here.
yeah, Larson, 4 appearances on the season, 3 1/3 inning of work, 2 hits, 0 ERA. 1 strikeout. He's really only 2 walks. He hasn't had that high of a sample size. He just needs to get an out here. So see if the Cardinals can do it.
Coming
They
into
got to
pitch,
rally.
Cardinals, number 16,
They're gonna have
Cade
to.
Larson.
As McIntosh still responsible for the 2 runners on. An inning and 2/3. 2 hits already right now. 3 runs. All 3 earned. 3 walks. 2 strikeouts. He exits the game with 43 total pitches, 22 of which were strikes. Cardinals, though, at least they're going to let Jackson Mellis go into the 8th, and Newman has been able to hit him once. We'll see if they can hit him again and try and bring it back.
Hugo, here's my question. If the Cardinals lose this game, are they still qualified for NCS playoffs?
Oh, 100%, yes. They are in the playoffs. The question is where is this? Does this limit them from getting a home game? What does this do? I mean, this would be a first time in a very
long time.
First time in a long time that Newman has not been in the NBL championship. So, Cardinals already won the regular season, so they can hang that banner and consider themselves 2026 NBL champions. But right now, it's looking like it's going to be against Windsor. It's going to be between Windsor and Ukiah on Friday at Healdsburg, which should be a fun one. We'll again have that call right here, 7:30 p.m. on Hugo Sports 360. Jackson Mellis will come to the
for the
plate.
Wildcats. It's their pitcher, number 15, Jackson Mellis.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here for Cade Larson. I honestly, Hugo, do not know what he has. I'm assuming most high school pitchers have fastball, changeup, slider, so I'm assuming he's probably going to work fastball, changeup here.
Yeah, he will work with that fastball. Pretty solid fastball at that. I've seen him pitch a couple times. He's pretty solid, all things considered. So 2 down now. Larson back into the ballgame. Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's fouled off.
And that's going to be early strike 1. Larson, he does have a cannon. I have seen him play the field, and he has a very, very good arm, but feels like all the soul that the Cardinals had and chances that they had were kind of knocked out with that RBI double by Cleary.
Yeah, 3 runs in the top of the 8th for the Wildcats as they will look to end the NBL hopes of the Cardinals right here. 0-1 with 2 down. The pitch is in the dirt. 1-1. Carippo on deck. He is 0 for 4. These 2 spots actually are 0 for 4. So we'll see what Larson does. 1-1 on the way with 2 down. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for the Wildcats. They lead 7-4. Here's the pitch. This one is a hard grounder onto short. Bone, routine play, collects, fires in time. And the Cardinals have some work to do as we head to the 8th.
Mountain to climb.
Yeah, a very tough mountain to climb. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on for the Wildcats. Cooper McIntosh ends his day with all 3 runners earned, and he will look to avoid the loss if the Cardinals offense can come alive. So Caden Owen now will lead off here at the bottom of the 8th as the
Leading off
Cardinals
bottom
will
of the
look
8th for the
to
Cardinals, it's their first baseman, number 22,
rally back.
Caden Owen.
And the famous phrase, Hugo, "Don't tell me the chances," is definitely in play here. Caden Owen, he had that 2 RBI single in the in the bottom of the first.
He watches a cold strike come across his chest there. It's going to be Jacob Wood on deck and then Jace Woolley for the Cardinals. So a good 1-2-3 punch for Newman, but Mellis has looked pretty solid as Caden digs down for that one. 0-2 now quickly to the left-handed senior.
Yeah, 0-2 quick. You're going to have to battle here. Every single pitch is important in this game, especially from a guy who's kind of struggled against these Cardinals. You really want to get into this game and to make sure that they have a chance.
0-2 now to Caden Owen. The pitch, swing, and he grounds this one to second. Routine play for Castro. The throw on to first in time, and Owen is retired. So now Jacob Wood will come to the plate.
Brings
0 for
up
3
catcher
in this
number
one.
26, Jacob
In
Wood.
extras, though, he's been pretty solid across his Newman career, and with one down, they'll need a big swing of the bat here. Ukiah going to push their outfield back, so a shallow blooper probably
Gets down.
drops in, yeah. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, great ID there by Wood as he watches it go. 1-0. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. 2-0 with one down here. Mellis with some cushion. The pitch. Outside, 3-0.
And probably in for that exact same pitch. Question is,
He goes to the fastball, and it's outside. It's low and outside, and Wood will walk on 4 pitches. So the Cardinals have their first base runner, and they're going to send out Kenny Week, I think, to pinch run. Yeah, Kenny Week is going to go pinch run.
Pinch running is Kenny Week.
So now Jace Woolley will come to the
Stepping
plate.
up to the plate for the
in a
Cardinals.
huge,
It's their
huge
second baseman,
situation.
number 17, Jace Woolley.
Week is going to pinch run here. Kenny Week, tall, great pitcher, got some good speed on the base pass. We'll see if they put him into motion. They'll check back. And so the Cardinals have not ran once today.
have not. Week is a big, lengthy guy, so he could maybe get something going for him.
Yeah, now it is going to be Jace Woolley. The pitch to Woolley. Woolley grounds this one, and it gets through into left field. So Cardinals runners on first and second now, and the game-tying run, and Julian Servin will come to the plate.
See what happens. Servin, he's 0 for 2 on the day with a hit by pitch.
Now batting,
See
Cardinals right
something
fielder
to
number
look for.
24, Julian Servin.
Cardinals are going to see what they can do. With one down, runners on first and second. Mellis kicks and delivers. That one is in the dirt, 1-0 now to Servin. So 1-0 to Julian Servin. 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch back in the second. Great eye. 1-0. Mellis pitching for the double play. Upstairs and inside there with that one, 2-0.
Almost did it.
Almost hit him. Servin, an opportunity here to work some magic and put the Cardinals in a great spot. Mellis kicks and fires. Servin lines this one to short. Going to be a tough play. They'll flip to second for one and tag the runner, Week, who didn't move, and they're going to call a double play, and disaster on the base pass. Ukiah wins it.
I am so confused on what just happened, Hugo.
Well, an unassisted double play. And the Wildcats down the Cardinals.
Jaguars, Friday night.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
7:30 p.m.
So Newman
Congratulate the Wildcats.
gets down in extra innings. They'll move to NCS playoffs next
Proceedings.
week. Seedings will come out on Sunday.
Seedings will come out on Sunday. We'll have to
Ukiah
wait and see where they're at.
will move on to the championship on Friday, and
Congratulations,
I did
Ukiah.
say it
Drive
back
home
about a month
safely.
ago. I would not be surprised if these Wildcats would be playing for an NBL championship come May, and they are right in it. Ukiah has a great shot. The Wildcats, the 4 seed, stun the Cardinals on the road and will look to stun the Jaguars in a great game on Friday. We'll have coverage of that one at 7:30, but we'll mainly have coverage at 4:30 of the NBL Redwood title game between Montgomery and Annalee. Paulo Maravilla and I will be on the call for both. Should be a fun one. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us. We'll get through the final totals of the game. 7 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors for the Wildcats. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals. The final time of the game is 2 hours and 43 minutes. And one of the craziest endings we'll ever see. The win will go to Jackson Mellis, who stays on. For him, a solid 2 innings of 3 hit ball, gave up 1 run. That run is earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 24 pitches, 15 of which were strikes. We'll see who they start on Friday against the Jaguars, who will likely start Gavin Restad. The loss goes to Cooper McIntosh. Paulo, any final thoughts?
Hugo, I think that it was a very unfortunate loss for the Cardinals, but honestly, the Ukiah Wildcats were able to flip the switch on the Cardinals, and they earned their spot in the final game at Rec Park on Friday. We'll be there, and we're excited to be there, so it should be a good game between the Wildcats and the Jaguars.
Yeah, it should be a great game. It's going to be a battle of coaching minds, and Aaron Ford on one side for the Wildcats, and for the Jaguars, it'll be Coach England, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting. We're going to wrap it up here with the final totals of runners left on. The Wildcats leave 11 runners stranded. The Cardinals, for them, they only leave an astounding 7 runners on base. So thank you all for joining us. We wish you all a great evening, and join us on Friday at 4:30 for coverage of the NBL championships. For Paulo Maravilla, I have been Hugo Traverso. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Have a great day. Adios.